Good morning. This is Giovanni Gallucci, joined by Chloe Dawn and Rachel Donovan, and this is the Daily Trend Report. Monday morning, coffee's hot. Let's get into it.
Morning, Gio. I drove in from the far side of town with the windows down and a thermos of gas station coffee, which is the only correct way to start a Monday.
That tracks. Chloe, you look like you've already got opinions.
I have an iced latte and a short list of brands that annoyed me this weekend. So yes.
Perfect. We've got 3 real ones today. Rachel's got a platform story that changes how your whole feed looks by August. Chloe's got a beverage nobody asked for that raised $5.5 million anyway. And I've got a content shift that turns your payroll into your best creators. 1 trend each, all the way to the bottom. Rachel, you're up first.
Okay, so Kendall flagged this one and called it table stakes, which got my attention. Google and Meta both shipped AI disclosure labels in the same week. What actually happened?
2 of the biggest ad platforms on Earth decided, within days of each other, that AI-made content wears a name tag now. Google started attaching a "How this ad was made" label across Search, YouTube, and Discover, and it's backed by invisible watermarking and provenance metadata baked into the file itself. Meta updated its "About this ad" tagging to flag AI-generated elements from its own tools, and to require disclosure when a third party uses AI creative. Both of them are front-running the European transparency rules that land in August. So this isn't a pilot you can wait out, it's the new floor, and the floor's arriving fast.
And your read on why that matters? Past the compliance headache?
Here's the thing most people are going to miss. The second AI content wears a visible label, the value of obviously real content goes up. This is a pricing mechanism dressed up as a transparency rule. They're not banning the slop. They're putting a sticker on it and letting the audience decide the sticker means keep scrolling. Real hands, real product, real place, shot on a phone in a room that exists. That content was always a little warmer. Now it's warmer and it's got a moat, because the synthetic stuff is standing right next to it wearing a badge that announces it's synthetic.
So the watermark and the metadata, that's the part brands can't game.
That's the part that changes the math. In the old world, you could quietly run AI creative and hope nobody clocked it. The watermark travels with the file now, and the platform reads it and labels it whether you volunteer or not. So the strategy of use AI and stay quiet is dead. Your only 2 moves are be genuinely real, or disclose it yourself in your own voice before the machine does it in a gray little tag nobody trusts.
And the brands who bet the other way, who leaned all the way into AI content this year,
They're the ones exposed. If your feed is secretly AI heavy, the label surfaces that exactly when audiences learn to use it as a filter. You don't want to get caught looking synthetic the same week everybody learns to read the tag. I'd rather be the brand that shot something imperfect on a phone than the brand that got auto-stamped. Imperfect and real is about to outperform slick and labeled, and that's a flip from where we've been for 3 years.
give me the takeaways.
3 of them. 1. Audit your own feed this week and find anything that reads as machine-made, because the platform's about to find it for you and put a label on it. 2. Make "made by a human" a visible brand value right now, on camera, real hands, and a real face, before the label turns it into a differentiator you're late to claim. 3. If you do use AI in the pipeline, disclose it yourself, on your terms, in your voice, because owning the label beats getting stamped with one every single time. Chloe, this is your lane. Kendall put this in the report, and I want to watch you take it apart. Banana water.
Banana water. It's a single ingredient plant water made from steamed heirloom Thai bananas, and TikTok has decided it's coconut water 2.0. A brand called Banagwa got named Best New Brand by Beverage Digest under 6 months after launch and raised $5.5 million. 1 ingredient. No added sugar, no preservatives, no concentrate. And it's already in 3,500 doors, Sprouts, Kroger, Albertsons. That door count in under a year is the part that's actually wild.
And your face tells me you're not fully sold.
The dietitians aren't either, and that's the interesting part. The health claims are getting way out ahead of the science. It's not magic, it's banana. But here's what I'll give them. They're not selling a flavor, and they're not selling a benefit. They're selling an ingredient list you can read out loud in one breath. That's the whole play, and it's a good one.
That's exactly it. And it's the lesson for every small hydration brand watching this and feeling priced out of the category. The plant water buyer is shopping the label, not the taste. They pick up the can, they turn it around, and they want to understand every word in under 2 seconds. So the mistake would be to go copy the banana. The thing to copy is the single ingredient origin story told on camera. The fruit, the steam, the pour, the one thing that goes in the can. Let the simplicity be the entire ad and stop explaining.
And the retail piece, because 3,500 doors means it's not just a TikTok thing anymore.
Right, and this is where the social and the shelf feed each other. The TikTok wave is what got a buyer at Kroger to take the meeting. The clean, single ingredient story is what keeps it on the shelf once the trend cools. If you're an independent, your social isn't decoration. It's the thing that earns the retail conversation. Post like you're auditioning for the category buyer because you are.
And when the dietitian pushback comes, because it's coming,
You don't argue the science you can't win. You stay on the ground you own, which is what's in it and what's not in it. Let the hype crowd overpromise and eat the correction cycle. You just keep quietly reading the label on camera. Honesty ages better than hype every time.
takeaways.
3, 1. If you're a single ingredient product, film the ingredient. The fruit, the source, the pour, no narration needed, because the plant water buyer trusts what they can watch go into the can. 2. Don't overclaim the health benefits because banana water's about to eat a round of dietitian corrections, and you don't want to be standing next to it when it does. Sell what's true, which is the short label. 3. Treat your social as the audition for the retail buyer. Own a plain language definition of what your category actually is, and make every louder competitor measure up to your honesty. Last section, and this is the one I'd sit with today. Eddie's report had the number that stopped me. Employee-generated content is overtaking the influencer as a trust signal. Sprout's latest data says 4 in 10 consumers now regularly discover products through content made by actual employees. For millennials, it's 48%. For Gen Z, it's 62%.
62% of Gen Z would rather hear it from the person stocking the shelf than the person getting paid to post about it.
Because the person stocking the shelf is hard to fake, and that's the whole game right now. Tie this back to Rachel's first story. The feed's about to get labeled. AI content's getting a badge. And in that exact moment, the single most credible thing you can put on camera is a real person who actually works at your company. Travis made the related point in his report, that as the platforms flood with sameness, the only thing left that stays human is the relationship. Employee content is that relationship, filmed and posted.
But it goes wrong the second it gets scripted.
It goes wrong the second it looks like an ad in a hoodie. Forced employee content is worse than none because now your realness is fake and everybody can feel it through the screen. The line cook, the warehouse crew, the founder's kid running the register, give them a light format and then get all the way out of the way. Let them sound like themselves. Let them be a little awkward. Let the personality survive the edit. If you're editing the human out of it, you've killed the only asset it had.
It's cheaper and it's more trusted, which almost never happens at the same time.
Almost never in this business. It turns a payroll into a distributed content team, and it reads as more honest than the paid creator, right when honesty is getting repriced across the whole feed. And here's the part that makes it durable. An influencer rents you their audience for a post. An employee builds you a face people come back for. One's a transaction, one's an asset, and the asset compounds.
So where does a brand even start without turning it into a corporate program?
You start small and you start voluntary. 2 or 3 people who actually want to be on camera, never drafted. A simple recurring format, same day, same shape, so it's a habit and not a production. And you protect them from the marketing department, because the second legal and brands start sanding it down, it dies. Takeaways. 1. Pick 2 or 3 employees who genuinely want the camera and give them one simple, recurring format, because consistency beats polish here every time. 2. Don't script them into robots. A loose prompt and a real voice, that's the entire product. 3. Start now, this week, while employee content still feels novel, because in 6 months it's table stakes and you'll wish you had the reps in the bank.
That's the one I'm taking home.
Good. Take it home and film your barista. That's the daily trend report for today. Here's the through line if you missed it. The platforms are about to label the fake stuff. banana waters proving a short, honest label beats a loud one, and your own employees are the most trusted camera you've got. All three point the same direction, and that direction is toward real. If your brand's staring down that AI label wall and you need a content system that reads unmistakably human, organic social, employee content, the whole pipeline built to hold up under the new rules, that's the work we do at gallucci.net. Come find me. This is Giovanni Gallucci with Chloe Dawn and Rachel Donovan. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.